I'm conquering the skyline in my movie scene. Every light is a spotlight, every street is a dream. I wrote the script myself, I'm the star and the guide. And tonight my name in lights is where my secrets can't hide. Yeah, my name in burning ever so bright. I remember the days of doubt, the lonely nights I fought, the battles in the mirror, the lessons I was taught. That no one hands you kingdoms, you have to build a throne, a foundation of courage, a strength you own alone. The city is the set, the concrete is my stage. I'm turning a new chapter, turning a new page. Now I'm conquering the skyline in my own movie scene. Every light is a spotlight, every street is a dream. I wrote the script myself, I'm the star and the guide. And tonight my name in lights is where my secrets can't hide. Yeah, my name in lights, burning ever so bright. From the pavement to the penthouse, a vertical climb, losing track of moments, losing track of time. But I never lost the vision, the fire in my soul, to take a broken story and make it finally whole. Look up, you'll see it, a testament, a sign that this city, this moment, this victory is mine. My name in lights, it's mine. The wind whispers secrets the streets can't afford. Up here I'm the ruler, the one who is adored by the silence and the stars, the concrete and the steel. This feeling in my chest, this is finally real. Down there it's a battle, a symphony of sound, a million different stories on crowded, hurried ground. I was one of them, just a moving part, with a restless rhythm and a hopeful heart. I climbed above the noise, above the push and shove, led me here to you. Oh, this version of myself, the one who stands so tall, ready to reign, ready to risk it all. The crown is just the courage, the throne is just the height. Welcome to my kingdom. In the fading
The reel is spinning, but the film is not yet set. I'm holding the scissors, no time for regret. The story that they wrote for me is lying on the floor. I'm yelling action, and I'm walking out the door. They gave me my lines, they told me where to stand. A supporting character in a pre-written land. Smile on cue and exit stage. You're left when you're told a story getting tired, a narrative grown old. But the protagonist inside me started screaming to break free from the pages of a script that was never really me. This is the director's cut. I'm rewriting every scene, painting over gray skies with shades of evergreen. I'm changing the ending, I'm adjusting the light in my movie, my story. I'm the one who wins the fight. start. This is the director's cut, a work of living art.
One foot on the pavement, head tilted to the sky. A million miles between them, and a single reason why I'm here to bridge the distance, to make the two ends meet between the gutter I came from and the victory so sweet. The city hums a low song of hurry and of need. I came here with a pocket full of hope and one small seed. Planted it in darkness, watered it with sweat, hoping for a miracle I hadn't witnessed yet. The concrete was my landscape, the sirens were my tune, dreaming of the daylight beneath an urban moon. Oh, I'm made of concrete and starlight, a paradox in flesh, a story of survival, putting courage to the test. I've got the city's grit beneath my fingernails and soul, but my eyes are fixed on constellations, taking back control from the ground up to the heavens. That's the journey, that's the art. I'm made of concrete and starlight with a supernova heart. They see the hardened surface, the walls I built so high. They don't see the universe I'm holding deep inside. Every crack in the sidewalk tells a story of a fight. Every star is a reminder to keep reaching for the light. I learned to find the beauty in the struggle and the grace, to build a launching pad in a forgotten, lonely place. So I'm made of concrete and starlight, a paradox in flesh, a story of survival, putting courage to the test. I've got the city's grit beneath my fingernails and soul, but my eyes are fixed on constellations, taking back control from the ground up to the heavens. That's the journey, that's the art. I'm made of concrete and starlight with a supernova heart. Let them underestimate the power that's unseen.
Page one, scene one, the character is me, but the words feel like a cage, and I just want to be free from all the stage directions, the predetermined plot. I'm throwing out the screenplay, giving it all I've got. They said follow the lines, stay within the frame, learn your motivation, play the waiting game. I tried to be the person they had written on the page, but my heart was ad-libbing, breaking out of its cage. A revolution started in a quiet little sigh. I can't perform this fiction, I can no longer lie. My life is unscripted, my story is my own. Every single moment is a seed that hasn't grown. I'm living in the margins, I'm riding in the air with a messy, brave and beautiful. I don't even care. This is my premiere, and the best part is I find my next line is a mystery I haven't yet designed. Maybe I'll miss a cue, maybe I'll forget my mark, maybe I'll find my purpose dancing in the dark. There's beauty in the chaos, a masterpiece in mess, a thrilling liberation in just saying yes to the detours and the dead ends, the unexpected friends. The story's so much better when you don't know how it ends. My life is unscripted, my story is my own. Every single moment is a seed that hasn't grown. I'm living in the margins, I'm riding in the air with a messy, brave and beautiful. I don't even care. This is my premiere, and the best part is I find my next line is a mystery I haven't yet designed. No rehearsals for tomorrow, no reruns of the past, just a one-take performance that's moving ever so fast. And I'm not scared of falling, I'm not scared to fail. I'm the author of this epic, the hero of this tale. Unscripted, unwritten, unfolding and alive. In the freedom of the moment, I will thrive.
I used to be invisible, a ghost within the glass, a reflection in the window of the buildings that are past. Now I'm more than just a shadow, more than just a name. I've become a part of the horizon, a fixture in the frame. I walk these streets with my head down, trying not to take up space. One of many million in a never-ending race. I studied all the angles, the way the towers rise, with a burning secret promise reflected in my eyes. I wasn't just observing, I was learning all the lies of the giant sleeping city and its intricate designs. I am a skyline silhouette, a shape against the light, a testament to dreaming of inside. I've carved my own horizon, a space that's truly mine, a permanent addition, a powerful design. When the sun goes down, you'll see me standing proud and true, a skyline silhouette against the fading blue. It took more than wishing. It took more than just a prayer. It took breathing in the failure and exhaling I don't care about the odds against me, the voices that would doubt. I let my actions speak the words I couldn't shout. Now the city knows my story. It's written in the air, in the space I occupy, the burdens that I bear. I am a skyline silhouette, a shape against the light, a testament to dreaming, a victory in plain sight. I've carved my own horizon, a space that's truly mine, a permanent addition, a powerful design. When the sun goes down, you'll see me standing proud and true, a skyline silhouette against the fading blue. I'm not made of concrete, I'm not made of steel or stone, I'm made of all the battles that I fought and won alone. I'm made of pure intention, a will you can't erase, a part of this great landscape, a part of this great place. Watch the sunset, see the shape appear, my skyline silhouette. I'm here. The camera pans across the city, a million lights aglow. The opening scene is starting, it's my time to run the show. No more auditions, no more waiting for my part. I'm the writer, star and director of this beating heart. I used to live my life in scenes that other people wrote, read from their script and learned my lines by rote. An extra in the background of a story I despise.
There will be challenges that don't make any sense, but the hero of this story doesn't ever give up hope. She learns to fight her battles, she learns to climb the rope. Every setback is a setup for a comeback strong and grand. The most exciting story in this entire land. This is my own movie, and I'm calling all the shots, connecting all the pieces, connecting all the dots. The soundtrack is my laughter, the lighting is my soul. I'm taking back the narrative, I'm taking back control. So watch me as I conquer the skyline, watch me as I rise. It's my own movie, playing out before your eyes. I'll choose the cast I want around me, I'll choose the final scene. I'll be the flawed, fantastic, unforgettable queen. No apologies for drama, no regrets for the past. This is a blockbuster that is built to last. My own movie, my own rules, my own epic tale. In this movie, I can't fail. All the quiet nights, all the endless days, navigating through a self-inflicted maze. Every single heartbeat was a drum roll to this scene. The moment that the world would finally intervene, I can feel the bass drum pounding in my chest, putting all my theories and my courage to the test. This isn't just a moment, it's the sum of all the years, the sweat, the blood, the sacrifice, the facing of the fears. It's the final puzzle piece clicking into place. The look of victory written on my face. This is the climax, the crescendo, the peak, the answer to the questions that I was afraid to speak. This is the scene I'll talk about, the one that I'll rewind. The moment that I finally leave the lesser me behind. The city is roaring, the stars are all aligned. The climax of my story for all of humankind. The tension has been building, a wire pulls so tight, through every single struggle, through every sleepless night. And now the wire snapped and the energy's released. The hunger has been sated, the inner battle ceased. It's better than I dreamed it, more vibrant and more real. The kind of epic feeling you can't help but to feel. This is the climax, the crescendo, the peak, the answer to the questions that I was afraid to speak. This is the scene they'll talk about, the one that I'll rewind. The moment that I finally leave the lesser me behind. The city is roaring, the stars are all aligned. The climax of my story for all of humankind. Everything slows down just for a second here. The colors are brighter,
The sounds are crystal clear. I'm breathing in the triumph, the intoxicating high, the point of no return between the earth and the sky. The climax and the story's just begun. Underneath the moon, underneath the sun, the peak is not the end. It's just a place to view how to make the sequel even better, fresh and new.
The whistle blows, a lonely, hopeful sound. My feet are on unfamiliar, hallowed ground. One-way ticket in my pocket, a lifetime in my case. This is the opening scene, the time and the place. I left behind the comfort of the town I used to know, the quiet streets and faces that had watched me come and go. They couldn't hold the bigness of the dream inside my head, so I followed the horizon and the hopeful words I said. There's something out there for me, a life I've yet to find. I'm stepping into frame now, leaving all the rest behind. This is the opening scene, the first few words on the page, the turning of a chapter, the setting of the stage. The city is a promise, a mountain to be climbed, a future that's unwritten, a story undefined. And I'm the lead character with a fire in my eyes in this opening scene, beneath the endless skies. The air tastes different here, a mix of grit and grace, a million possibilities all in a single space. I don't know where I'm going, I don't have a map or plan, just a fundamental trust in who I know I am. I learned the language of the streets, the rhythm of the rain, and I'll never be that background character again. This is the opening scene, the first few words on the page, the turning of a chapter, the setting of the stage. The city is a promise, a mountain to be climbed, a future that's unwritten, a story undefined. And I'm the lead character with a fire in my eyes in this opening scene, beneath the endless sky. Let the credits roll on who I used to be. My name is future I will make. The script says hero falls here, hero looks away. The script says find a savior to come and save the day. But I'm not following that story, I'm taking on the fall, and I'll be my own hero, standing through it all. They offered me an easy path, a body doubles road, to take the hits and hide the scars and sell my very soul. They said don't do the heavy lifting, don't you take the risk, but a life without the danger is a life that I would miss. So I stepped into the fire, I walked the wire alone, cause you can't feel the victory if the courage isn't your own. I've got no stunt double for the breaking of my heart, no standing for the moments that will tear my world apart. I'm taking every single blow, I'm feeling every sting, because the triumph's only real when you have weathered everything. I'm doing my own stunts, and the scars will prove it's true, that this is my performance, and I will see it through. Yeah, when the bridge is burning, I'm the one who has to leap. When the walls are closing in, I'm the one who has to dig in deep. There's an authenticity in struggle, a beauty in the pain, a strength you'll never find in just avoiding all the rain. So let the challenges come for me, I'm ready for the fight. I'm the one who's in the driver's seat, headed for the light. I've got no stunt double for the breaking of my heart, no standing for the moments that will tear my world apart. I'm taking every single blow, I'm feeling every sting, because the triumph's only real when you have weathered everything. I'm doing my own stunts, and the scars will prove it's true, that this is my performance, and I will see it through. This is not a movie where the hero is pristine. This is a documentary of what it's like to be a human, flawed and frightened, but refusing to give in. This is where the real story, the true story, can begin. No stunt double, no escape, just me and my own fate, and the masterpiece I will create. bitter taste of failure, cold and heavy chains. I could have ended it right there, just faded it into black. But a voice inside me whispered, you can't ever turn back. This is not the ending, this is just a second act, a chance to build it better, a brand new binding pact. And oh, the plot twist, I didn't see it coming. The sudden change of rhythm and the song that I was humming. Everything I built up shattered at the seams. The death of all my easy and my comfortable dreams. But in the wreckage, I found a different kind of strength. I'd go to any distance, I'd go to any length. This plot twist was the thing that finally set me free and made me the hero I was always meant to be. The best stories are the ones that take you by surprise, the ones that force the hero to have to improvise. It's not about the fall, it's about the way you rise, with a different kind of wisdom shining in your eyes. The plot twist, the unexpected turn, the greatest lesson I will ever learn. It wasn't the end, it was the start of the sublime. This story just got better, and it's mine.
The streetlights bleed like watercolor on the glass. A fleeting, blurry moment, too beautiful to last. Some people call it Tuesday, some people call it rain. I call it the beginning of a brand new hurricane. I'm breathing in the ordinary, tasting the mundane, the rhythm of the traffic, the feeling of the train. But my imagination's working overtime tonight. It's bathing every simple thing in epic golden light. The couple arguing on the corner of the street. That's a pivotal encounter, a bitter, tragic sweet. My life is cinematic, a movie in my head. I'm turning every moment into something to be said. The soundtrack's always swelling, the lighting's always right. I'm living in a story of darkness and of light. Every day's a masterpiece, a sweeping epic view. My life is cinematic, and the hero is brand new. The coffee shop is not a shop, it is a battleground where secrets can be whispered without making any sound. The stranger who just smiled at me could be a long lost friend. This could be the moment where the old me has to end. I'm finding all the magic in the places it might hide. With the universe of wonder waking up and growing wide. My life The music swells and softens, a final gentle chord. The villain has been vanquished, the peace has been restored. The city is quiet now, the battle has been won. A chapter is concluding, a long and tiring run. I can still remember the chaos of the start, the fear that played the biggest and the most demanding part. I can see the montage of the struggles and the tears, the rising action building over all these many years. I played the role I had to, I did the best I could, and I made it to the ending just like I knew I would. This is the final scene, the satisfying close. The camera's pulling backwards on the story that I chose. There's a smile upon my face, there's a quiet in my soul, a feeling of completion, of being truly whole. It's not a sad goodbye, it's a thank you for the ride in this final scene. I've got nothing left to hide. All the supporting characters have played their part and gone, and I am left here sitting in the quiet of the dawn, reflecting on the journey, the mountains and the plains, the sunshine and the deserts, the hurricanes and rains. Every moment had a purpose, every scar has made me strong. I was exactly where I needed to be all along. This is the final scene, the satisfying close. The camera's pulling backwards on the story that I chose. There's a smile upon my face, there's a quiet in my soul, a feeling of completion, of being truly whole. It's not a sad goodbye, as the story continues, my friend.
Every step on the pavement is a beat, a steady drum. Every whispered secret, every word that I've become. It's not a random noise, it's not a chaotic art. It's the overture to the epic that is living in my heart. The city has a rhythm, a pulse I understand, a million different melodies across this concrete land. I used to feel discordant, a note that was all wrong, until I realized I'm not a note, I am the entire song. My joy is the crescendo, my sorrow the bass line, a symphony of feeling in a story that is mine. This is the soundtrack of my life, and I'm the one who writes the score for every single battle, for every single war. My heartbeat is the tempo, my laughter is the hook. It's a multi-genre masterpiece you can't find in a book. The theme song for a hero who is learning how to fly. This is the soundtrack of my life beneath this endless sky. The quiet, gentle moments are the verses soft and low. The bridges are the challenges that help my spirit grow. The chorus is the anthem that I sing when I feel strong. The melody of knowing this is where I belong. I'm mixing all the genres, from ballads to rock and roll, a fusion that expresses the contents of my soul. This is the soundtrack of my life, and I'm the one who writes the score for every single battle, for every single war. My heartbeat is the tempo, my laughter is the hook. It's a multi-genre masterpiece you can't find in a book. The theme song for a hero who is learning how to fly. This is the soundtrack of my life beneath this endless sky. And when I'm standing on the rooftop, looking at the view, the orchestra inside me swells with something fresh and new. A song of triumph, powerful and deep. A promise that my soul will be the only one I'll keep. Can you hear it? The music in the air is the soundtrack of my life, a prayer. supporting role. I've been the trusted friend, the one who gives advice and then is gone before the end. I've held the camera steady for somebody else's shine, but the story that is brewing now is finally gonna be mine. I've been a face in the crowd, an extra in the scene, the loyal smiling sidekick to the king or to the queen. I learned my lines and hit my marks, I did what I was told. A story that was not my own was getting very old. So I walked off the set one day, I left the script behind. I had a different movie and a different role in mind. I'm the protagonist, the one you've been waiting for, the hero of the story who is knocking at your door. No longer on the sidelines, no longer in the wings. I'm the one who's fighting, I'm the one who's gonna sing the anthem of the powerful, the song of the sublime. I'm the protagonist, and it's my My backstory is messy, full of struggle and of grace. I've got the scars to prove that I have earned this time and place. My motivation isn't fame, it isn't wealth or might. It's a fundamental need to be the one who owns the light, to be the one who makes the Danger's not the enemy, it's just a sign you're alive. A signal that you're pushing past the need to just survive. It's the feeling right before you break through to the other side, where you have nothing left to prove and nothing left to hold. Vertigo! In a good way. Spinning round and round. I have found my heaven high above the
The reviews are in, the critics have their say. The lines are wrapped around the block, they've been there all day. The story of my struggle, my passion and my art has found a hungry audience and captured every heart. They said my kind of story was a niche, a risky bet, a tale of so much dreaming and of so much blood and sweat. They said it's not commercial, it doesn't fit the mold, a story that was far too brave and far too new and bold. But I believed in my own vision, I trusted in the tale. I knew that authenticity was something that could not fail. I'm a box office hit, a sold out show, a name in flash and light, the culmination of 1,000 days and sleepless nights. My life is now a blockbuster, the one they have to see, a testament to what you get when you just dare to be. A box office hit, they're breaking down the door, and I'm the one who's giving them what they are asking for. I'm not a manufactured product, I'm not a passing trend. I am the raw, uncut emotion from the beginning to the end. And every person in the audience can see themselves in me, the hero that they're secretly, desperately wanting to be. I'm holding up a mirror to the courage and the fight, and they're responding to the truth and to the inner light. I'm a box office hit, a sold out show, a name in flashing lights, the culmination of 1,000 days and sleepless nights. My life is now a blockbuster, the one they have to see, a testament to what you get when you just dare to be. A box office hit, they're breaking down the door, and I'm the one who's giving them what they are asking for. This isn't about the money, it's not about the fame, it's about the validation of them screaming out my name. It's knowing that my story, in all its messy truth, was worth the pain and sacrifice of my entire youth. A box office hit, the numbers don't. My story is the one that makes them wanna touch the sky. Sold out. Hold out. Hold out.
In the credits of my life, there's only one name there. For every single category, every single prayer. I didn't have a co-star, I didn't have a crew. Every single thing you see is something I went through. I used to blame the universe, I used to blame the stars for all my bad decisions and my collection of scars. I was a passive audience to my own tragedy, until I picked the pen up and I set my own self free. I realized the story only goes where I decide. There is no one else to blame, there is nowhere else to hide. This story was written and directed by me. Every triumph, every failure for the whole wide world to see. I'm the one who chose the setting, I'm the one who wrote the lines, I'm the one who's responsible for all the grand designs. So if you love the hero or you hate the mess you see, it was all written and directed by me. Hey, I am the casting director for the people in my life. I'm the one who decides who's worth the struggle and the strife. I am the editor who cuts the scenes that do not work, the one who finds the hidden meaning that will always lurk beneath the surface of the action, beneath the dialogue. I'm the one who's clearing out the self-defeating fog. This story was written and directed by me. Every triumph, every failure for the whole wide world to see. I'm the one who chose the setting, I'm the one who wrote the lines, I'm the one who's responsible for all the grand designs. So if you love the hero or you hate the mess you see, it was all written and directed by me. It's a terrifying power, it's a heavy, heavy crown to know that you're the only one who can tear your own self down. But it's also the most freeing thing that I have ever known, to know my future is a seed that I have personally sown. Written and directed by me, my masterpiece, my legacy. I don't need a stadium, I don't need a crowd, I don't need my name to be shouted out loud. The audience I play for is a million windows wide, and every single evening they are watching from inside. When I arrived here, I was just a stranger in the haze, another hopeful dreamer lost inside the maze. But I spoke my truth to the pavement, I whispered to the parks, I sang my songs of sorrow and of hope to all the dark and lonely places in this city. Somebody out there cares. I got the city as my witness, the buildings are my jury. They've seen my every failure, and they've seen my every fury. The streetlights are the footlights, the sirens are the choir, and my performance is my passion, my unquenchable fire. The city is my witness, it knows my every scar. it's seen me take control. It's watched me stumble blindly, and it's watched me learn to fly. It's been the silent confidant that's always standing by. It doesn't offer judgment, it doesn't offer praise. It just reflects the truth of my uncompromising days. I've got the city as my witness. The buildings are my jury. They've seen my every failure, and they've seen my every fury. The streetlights are the footlights, the sirens are the choir, and my performance is my passion, my unquenchable fire. The city is my witness. It knows my every scar, and it doesn't really matter who the hell you think you are. So when I'm standing on the rooftop and I'm screaming out my dream, I know I'm not alone here in this epic moving scheme. The city breathes with me. It feels the way I feel. The symbiotic relationship is powerful and real. The city is my witness to the person I've become, until my final story is done.